Hey team, it's Saturday evening. Had a super long day teaching Zumba, then had to go pick everybody up from their stuff, and then we had to go and vote the election here in South Australia. Has been a really hot day today, so haven't done a lot, run out of steam. But I did head to Coles to pick up just a couple of things. We had holes in, you would have seen last night. I ran out of tomato sauce. That is a big no-no in autism household and just in general in this household. My kitchen doors are open again, my cupboard doors, so this is the really real show. I'm going to turn you around and show you what I bought at Coles and what our fridge and our freezer looks like right now, because oh, it's crazy, and sort of where I'm at with things and how they're going. So let's go. So this is all I bought from Coles. So you can see that the rubbish is still here from last night, but I'm going to see if I can use those for a photo thing with the ice cream that we've got. So I had to get multigrain bread because the last half a loaf we had is moldy. The heat and humidity and stuff we've had here hasn't been good. Finally got some wedges, and we're gonna have some for dinner tonight because there's still not a lot of room in the freezer, so we need to have some so that I can put the rest away. I got a lettuce. It was $4. Not really happy with that price, but didn't get any at Foodland on Thursday, and we use this for lunches every day, so that's fine. And then the other lettuce I probably will use in a bit of a salad because I want to make sure I use it all up. This was a bigger watermelon, like a half, probably about this big. We've eaten most of it today. Got iced coffee because we ran out. That is a sin in this house, and I had no idea until I saw it on the bench this morning. And yes, got the tomato sauce. No name brand was on special, so it's just the home brand. So let me take you quickly into my fridge. So here is our fridge at the moment. Still haven't done anything with this, or hardly anything there. Still got the butters, Kira's snow peas, which no doubt she will not eat. Got the celery. I will use that in part of a salad tonight with the leftover lettuce. I don't really like the white of the lettuce, so I'll pull apart whatever green I can. I need to wash these grapes and put them in a separate container. I've got in here some chicken, some crumb steak, which I bought, and this sausage meat that I threw in there last night to defrost. We're going to have some sausage rolls with the wedges. Hubby and I will have the crumb steak, and I'm going to cook this chicken up and then refreeze it for pizza chicken. The apples and all that are still there. And then last night, this is the chicken that I cooked up. Once there's some space in the freezer, hopefully I'll be able to throw one of those in there. And here's the egg whites, and I've still got the cream and all the other eggs to use, and all the apples are still down there. So we aren't any better. Oh, and the cauliflower I need to blanch and divide up. So I'm going forwards and backwards all at the same time. Let's have a look at the freezer. So this is still chockers. There is a little hole here because I pulled that steak out. We've still got everything here. Got some space for ice cream. That will be dessert tonight. And then the chicken was in this box, and there's still another one there, and the sausage meat was in that box as well. So I could technically pull it out and have a bit more space, but I'm leaving it for now. And then this is still full, and these are the garlic slices from last night and the pizzas that I put together. So we've still got a little way to go with a few things, but we will get there. Just starting dinner prep, getting the wedges out for side dish, and then I'm about to pull out the puff pastry because we're going to make sausage rolls and they need a little while. I always get worried trying to pull apart these sheets, worried that they'll crack through the middle. I know you can just probably mold them back together again, but I want to be a little bit careful. Okay, so I'm going to make sausage rolls for dinner. It's just sausage meat, gonna grate up a potato and a carrot, whack it all in there, and then make my lengths of sausages. I've got my puff pastry just here defrosting, and I probably won't cook all of them, but I'll roll out and then flash freeze the leftovers, and then we'll have that for another night, or that will be Scott's dinner another night while we have something else. So just grating everything up. I don't add an egg or breadcrumbs or anything else like a lot of others do. I just leave it as it is, pretty simple. And the puff pastry was still frozen when I divided the mixture up, so that's why it's just sitting there. And I'm moving on to the next meal prep, which I'll talk to you guys about later. So I've chopped up all the sausage rolls, cooked 4 for Scott for his dinner. He's probably going to only eat 2 with the wedges. And these rest of the sausage rolls I will wrap up into sets of 4 and freeze them. Okay, so we've got the sausage rolls cooking in there, and while that was happening I cooked that chicken, and I will chop it all up and freeze it for pizza toppings, and then just move this off the heat. I've started making a lasagna because we needed the mince, and I'm going to put this leftover passata in there because if I put it into one of the Ziploc bags from Coles, the last one, I mean that's dirty, I gotta wash it anyway, but the last one stained really badly, and I don't have any meatballs that I'm aware of in the freezer, so I'm just going to use this now, as well as a jar of the crushed tomatoes. And then I also need to get something out of the freezer, so let's... Okay, so we need the veggies out, and I thought I would just show you the struggle. This is like lemon juice frozen that I still haven't used. Oh, it's gonna fall out. This is a stir fry steak. Alright, take care of the veggies. I'm just gonna throw all that back in there. Put that in there. That in there, because I'm pretty sure there is that's not what I thought it was. Oh no, oh no. Okay, all right, let me take you over to the, that's not really close, let me take you over to the bench and I'll share my dilemma with you. So I've cut up all this steak because I thought it was a big fat piece of steak, to discover it was 3 really thin pieces of beef. So I'm going to make a stir fry. However, I've just kind of realized the jar in the freezer is not the sauce I thought. Hang on, let's go to the pantry. Bring the pantry over here. Oh, what's this? Smoky Texan barbecue. Be an option. Casserole, no. Soup, no. Chicken, no. Garlic, no. Noodles, no. Goulash, no. Curry, couscous, tom yum. Okay, so I think it's going to be this. So I think what I'll do once the lasagna base is cooked, I will cook these up with this and some of the other veggie base, and then I'll be able to put that in the fridge or freezer for another night's meal, and then we'll just have to heat up the noodles on the night that we need it. Okay, let's go. Okay, so these are the mixed veg that I put into the lasagna, and I like to do about 2 cups, equally measured. But my daughter doesn't like peas, so I picked them out because that's the kind of mum that I am. My son at least does eat peas, so these can be on a side dish for another meal, and I eat peas as well. So alright, let me finish this. I cook everything in stages as well, so the sausage rolls will need about 30 minutes, so they've been in there for 10 minutes. The wedges will need about 25 minutes, so they're going in now. And then when the timer goes off is when I will put in the pasty and the crumb steak, because it only needs 15 minutes, but I'll do probably 20. And then yeah, so I put everything in stages through the oven cooking. So I do a lot of just go, 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 go. Alright, so here's the 2 lots of chicken for the pizza. Yes, they're in Ziploc bags. Okay. Sorry, I just don't care. Then that way, if I'm not well or I need someone else to make a pizza, they know to grab one of these. And all the other Ziploc bags are dirty. I haven't washed them right now, and also they are a pain in the bum to have to wash them. So yes, I know it's wastage, but you know what? My sanity is worth more than a plastic bag. So they will hide in there. And now we need to get salad ready. So got the celery and got the lettuce, and the mince that I had defrosting in there has leaked, so I get to clean that up tonight. Okay, let us make a salad. So I'm chopping up all the celery to put it in a Tupperware container, so then it's prepped and done. Otherwise it's just going to go off in the fridge, because I know us, it'll just sit there looking at us. So I've made the salad for dinner, and then I've put the meat in a container back in the fridge, because I've decided I don't have enough energy to cook another meal for tonight. But here is all of our dinners that we had. So steak for us with the wedges, Kira had a pasty, and Scott has had his sausage rolls and wedges. Of course, I had to fill up the tomato sauce bottle because that was empty. It's finally dessert time and the ice cream is ready. It tasted so good. Kira and I served too much though, so we had to put our leftovers in the freezer. But I think we've done a pretty good job attacking it. Hey guys, how are you? It's Sunday, and today I want to do some baking and some other things. It's a bit later in the day because Sunday is a bit of a chill day, and we had to also go get some shopping and retrieve the volleyball off the roof. Long story. So we just kept getting distracted with things. But I'm here now, and we're gonna organize also afternoon tea. Everyone's just in and out grabbing snacks or whatever. That's Grand Central Station. But I'll show you sort of where we're at with the fridge with some of the meal preps that we've done, because of course we didn't get much further than where we were. And yeah, so let's go over here. So for lunch today, I've just decided to have some leftover cream cheese thing that we had with some cheese. Don't touch those M&Ms. They're hiding in there from the last markdown shopping, so successfully hiding away from the family. And I'm having some more celery, make sure we use it up. And then, yeah, this is one of my favourite snacks. And then Scott decided he was hungry, so he's having his 2 sausage rolls left over from dinner last night, so I cooked 4. So he will have that for his lunch today. Okay, so still have to blanch this, which I'll probably do tonight. I've got the celery here now. We've got leftover sausage rolls from the 2 from last night for dinner, and Scott's about to have those for afternoon tea. We've got the lasagna base that's here. Haven't made it as a lasagna because I'm getting short on milk, but I could and then get a new milk tomorrow. It just depends how I go. And we've got the beef. I put the beef in here that I chopped up because I didn't realise that it wasn't the steak. And I did throw this in there, but I've remembered that somewhere in the freezer we have half a pack of Chinese beef stir fry, so I think I'll leave that there, and we'll probably have a stir fry because we also have noodles that we need to use up, and I want to make also an apple crumble because we want to use some of that cream. We've got the ice cream that's still here, and it was this is Kira's bowl. My bowl's in there because we served way too much, so we've got that to have as well as leftover ice cream. But today we want to do some baking of some cookies and maybe make a cheesecake. So let's go. So sorting out the fridge, I've realised that there's 2 juice containers with a bit in one that no one seems to be touching. So of course I did the mum trick of pouring one into the other. No one is going to have any idea. And then that helps free some more space in the fridge. So we're moving on now to baking, and I'm using that butter that you saw from a couple of videos ago, finally getting around to using it. First of all, I'm making some cornflake cookies because they are my absolute favourite and no one else in the house will eat them, so I can eat them all by myself and know that they will last me at least a couple of days. So adding this in, this is what the mixture looks like, and then adding in the cornflakes, accurately measured, of course. You just dump the whole bag in there, and I wanted to use them up because that was the last packet open that was in the cupboard, and I knew I wouldn't be eating them for anything else, so it was a good plan. It made 12 cookies overall. I've got this yogurt that I found in that drawer that you would have seen before too. I saw this online. Someone squeezed it all into little droplets and then stuck it in the freezer for little frozen yogurt bowls. So I thought that was really clever and I'm going to give it a go. Next we're moving on to making 100 cookies, but we're doing it in 2 different batches. So I'll leave the recipe down below. It's just the famous 100 cookie recipe. I actually made about 88 cookies in this batch because I made some cookies a bit bigger than others. But of course by the time that all my cookies came out, there was not that many left because some people grabbed them hot from the oven. And that was my cornflake cookies that you just saw, that they were baked. So I've enjoyed those, but I need to put them in this Tupperware container to make sure that they stay fresh at least for a couple of days, but after that they'll be gone. And the cookies come out in the next batch and then dinner starts to get cooked. And here is the before and after. There were a few cookie thieves in my kitchen. And here are the yogurt drops that are frozen. They tasted pretty good, so I'm just chucking them back in this little container and I'll throw them in the freezer for a snack later on. Putting the cookies away in the cookie jar to hopefully slow down the cookie thieves. It's not probably really going to work all that well, but we'll see how we go. Now it's on to dinner. We're finally making that stir fry. I've chopped all the mushrooms in half. They're easier to eat. And this is the last lonely half carrot that was in one bag. So throw that all together with the frozen sauce. I just put the noodles in hot water to boil on stove. That was Scott's dinner, sorry. And here is our dinner. Moving on to dessert, and I'm making an apple crumble. I just chop and peel all the apples and I boil them a bit on the stove and then throw them in a container and then put over the top a mixture of a crumble. I'll put the recipe down below. I'm just chopping all of the apples that I have because the last time that I made this, Scott came in and took some. He's never eaten it before, so I figured that if I make a big batch and he wants some, then he can have some. If not, he'll just have the ice cream, but then there'll be leftovers if he chooses not to have them. But as you'll see in a minute, there were no leftovers. So we've had this for dessert with some ice cream left over from the freezer and also some of that cream that I bought on markdown the other day. While that's cooking, I'm making the second batch of the 100 cookies, but putting sprinkles in there this time instead of choc chips. So yeah, overall I made about 88 cookies, but I can tell you that many did not make it into the cookie jar. Here is our finished apple crumble and we're just getting dessert ready. Well, joining with me on Saturday and Sunday. I wasn't sure how much footage would end up in this video because I had filmed a lot, but I realized that I'd left the camera running for quite a few of the prep stuff. So I've chopped a whole lot of it up, so it's just a bit quicker to get through things, which just means I have to talk really fast to explain what is going on. So if you have any questions or anything, please do leave them in the comments box below. I'm happy to chat with you or explain anything further, and I'm hoping that my memory, I will put the recipes and things in the description box as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to leave me a comment and let's have a chat down there below. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel because we love having you here as part of our Frugal Fun family. Why not share the video with a friend? Sharing is caring, and I would love to be able to connect with many more people on here. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night because we still have more stuff in there. It is taking forever. I am clearly not a bulk cooking person. I ran out of energy, steam, and the care factor. I just want to get in, cook the meal, get out. I'm happy to do any baking or anything like that, but I only have one oven and 2 racks, and it just seems that I'm constantly trying to turn stuff over all the time, and it's like, just let me know if you are forever on the go like that, because I don't know, it must just be me. I'm just unorganized, that's all it is. But you know what, I'll take it, it's who I am. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.